Thank you for tuning in to 26 Sports. It's your host, Mike Redder, and today I have a very special guest. I have undefeated blue chip prospect out of LA, the one and only Mylik Birdsong. How you doing today, bro?
All is well. How you feeling?
I'm doing good as well, man. Just, living, grinding out here, man.
I can feel it. I can dig it, man. Same
Exactly.
here.
Yep. So let's get into it, man. You got a fight coming up May 21st, part of Marv Nation. How you feeling, man? How you getting ready for that fight? You know, it's about to be your 15th professional fight, correct?
Oh, yep. Yeah, I feel good, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to get up in there and do what I do.
Exactly.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got to be feeling better nowadays. You know, the more fights you're getting in, the more active you're being. I believe this is at least your second fight this year, correct? I know you had one in
Yep.
February.
Second fight this year.
And how many are you looking to get in this year?
Probably about five.
Okay, so three more
Try to
after
get
this.
five.
Three more fights after this one, right?
Yep.
Okay. And do you know anything about the opponent you're going to face, or is that still being worked out?
Well, it's still in the air. They had sent us like two different people, but I don't know who I'm for sure fighting yet.
Okay.
You feel me? But it
Is
really, honestly, it don't. As long as the fight makes sense, it really don't matter. But
exactly. So as long as the fight's there and you're fighting whoever, you're ready, right?
yeah, we ready. We gonna be in shape. We gonna be ready for whatever.
Exactly. So now you're fighting at the welterweight limit, 147. Um,
Yep.
Obviously, you see a lot of movement in that division. It's really known as the the superior division, the king division, the marquee division of boxing. So, how quickly do you want to get in there, and do you want to ease your way into it, or are you looking to just make a splash soon because of it being the marquee division in boxing?
I mean, I'm not. I'm not rushing it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna take forever. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm just going. We going as we go. You feel me? The more fights we get, I'm pretty sure the competition's gonna keep getting better and better and better and better. And you know what I'm saying? When the opportunity presents itself, we're gonna be ready for it. I ain't um like I said, I'm not rushing it, but at the same time, I'm not trying to take forever
yeah,
because we ain't got forever. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
I mean, I'm young. I'm 29, but in the boxing world, you know what I'm saying? That some people will consider that a little older.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm 21, 22. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really, I'm not rushing nothing, but I'm not trying to. I mean, I'm 13-0, one draw. I mean, it ain't gonna take me that long. It's not
Yeah.
gonna take me that long to get there.
And then
It's
especially
not
if
gonna
you could
take me
get
long.
the next four more fights this year, including the one you have. I mean, if you get up to 17-0, that's when you start hearing the chatter of, is he a legit contender? Can he fight this guy? You'll start fighting top 20ish guys. Get that regional belt.
Exactly.
So that's what you're going for, and that's what you can see you doing. So especially, I was watching videos of your last few fights, like the style you put out there, man, and you're fan friendly, but you know what you're doing in there. You're not gonna go in there reckless that I've seen.
Yeah, nah. Especially like 'cause with this fight I just fought in February, I didn't fight since 2020. So
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to go up in there. Everybody was like, just go in there and knock him out, and it's like, nah. You know what I'm saying? For me not being in the ring for that long, I don't want to make the wrong move and then go in there and try. Because it's dudes that might not be as skillful as you, but they durable. You
Yep.
might hit them with everything in the book, you know what I'm saying, and don't knock them out. And then next thing you know, you out of gas.
Yep.
You feel me? And this dude still got energy. So by you gassing yourself out, that could put you out the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna just be smart. If I get the knockout, I get the knockout. But I'm a finesse him in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Use
Yeah.
my movements and work off that.
And especially, you said you hadn't been in the ring since 2020.
Yeah,
You got to get your movement back, your timing back. For all you know, that person could be active, have his timing, even if he's not as skilled as you. If he's been in the ring, it could be a great equalizer as well. So you got to be on your p's and q's in those types of fights.
exactly.
So welterweight, you're in LA. That's a great spot for any boxer to train. Put in work
Yeah.
with. Have you sparred or been in the gym with any of the most well-known fighters in or around your weight class?
Well, I've been there with a few dudes. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm if it ain't the tip top, you know what I'm saying? Like the names that everybody know about, Earl Spence, Crawford. You know, like some dudes, I meet them. I'm not good with names. You know what I'm saying? But what's his name? Chris the Heat Van Herten, the one from
Yeah, Van
South
Herden,
Africa.
he fights
I done
Saturday.
sparred him. I done sparred Shane Mosley. He older,
Yeah,
but Mosley he that was some good
yeah,
experience to get. I
he's a
done been there
legend.
with some good dudes.
Yeah, so and then Van Herden, I believe he fights this Saturday against Conor Ben out there in
Yeah,
England. And then, of course, if you got
yeah,
Mosley, man, you're training with the all-time legend right there, man, one of the best.
yeah,
So of
yeah. I
course, that's
sparred
always gonna
Mosley a
work.
few times too.
Okay, and how was that experience? Just was there a moment where you first walked in and you're like, oh damn, it's Shane Mosley, or was it automatically like, oh, we're just going to work?
Yeah, nah. Honestly, I don't get like that. Like I don't. I mean, I treat every human equal. Honestly, like I just we was in Churchill training, and then he'd come in there and train. What's up? How you doing? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And, give him his. I recognize. You feel me?
yeah,
And I just do my training, and then one day he was like, "You want to work?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll work with you." You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? At the time, I don't think I had one pro fight, or I had no pro fights. I think I had one pro fight, but none. And he even told me like, yeah, I wasn't expecting you to fight. You know what I'm saying? Come out doing what you did. Because I gave him a nice little, gave him a
Yeah.
nice little run. And the second time we sparred, he told me, he said, give me 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks we sparred again. It was cool. Hit me in the body with a cold low. That was my first time being hit in the body real hard. I had to take a knee real quick, but we finished the sparring. It was real good though.
That's good, and that's the experience. You get in there with the vet like that, and he hits you with something like that. Once you go in with somebody else, they hit you. You're like, oh man, this ain't nothing. I got hit by Mosley, like type of stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
keep on pushing.
so when you do these fights, Marv Nation, these other promoters that aren't as well known as the bigger ones, the crowds though that I've seen, they just seem so energetic and into it. Do you get any energy off of the emotion that you get from the crowd? Because I know a lot of them got to be your people out there supporting you.
Yeah, in the last fight, I don't know. I think it was me and another fighter that was like the top ticket sellers. So I had like a lot of people out there. So it was for sure a big difference. You know what I'm saying? From going traveling, fighting, and then
Yeah,
fighting, close to home, and all your peoples could come. So that was like it was cool, but it don't really. I mean, it give me just the type of person I am. I always got energy, and I'm a turn myself up regardless. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But just from them being there, it was just cool having my peoples there. It wasn't like no pressure, nothing like that. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Definitely, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like you just you go out there and you see, oh, they're here to support me. So it's a different feel. Like you go to fight somebody else's hometown or some spot in the middle of nowhere, you're gonna do the fight, but it's kind of like, oh, the crowd's kind of dead.
Yeah,
But then you
yeah.
got your people out there supporting you. You gotta feel that emotion going through you.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it turn you up. It give you a little different kind of energy. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Because
It give you a
you got to
different type
show
of
out.
energy.
You got to show out for
Yeah,
them too.
yeah. Uh huh.
Definitely.
You gotta give a
So
crowd. Boxing
exactly.
is it's a fight, but at the same time it's entertainment too. You know what I'm saying? So you always want to do something and just be different from everybody else.
Yeah,
A lot of people come out and they just hey, and it's just to the fight. It's like no, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put my song on. You feel me?
yeah.
Let me. I'm a I'm a bounce around and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I just like good energy. You feel me?
Yeah, and then the thing is, at the end of the day, it's prize fighting. You're fighting for a prize, so you gotta show up and show off because they're there to see you fight, and they want to be entertained as well. They don't want to go there and as you said, you sold all those tickets. They would feel some kind of way if you walk out and you're just like, "Hey, how's it going?" and just walk right by them like nothing, like just ignore
Yeah,
them and then keep going. You show them love like they showed you love, and it's gonna go all crazy. So yeah, definitely. I mean,
yeah.
it's,
Nah, for sure. I'm giving them vibes for sure. Even the commentators at the fight, they was
yeah.
like, damn, like he got the crowd South Central outside tonight. Like we turned it up when I came out and when I left out.
So you got this fight coming up May 21st. It's on a Saturday. How quickly, if you have no cuts, injuries, any of that nature, do you want to get back in the ring? Do you want to be back before the summer ends?
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, probably like I'll probably take a month to train in like July. If it's a fight in July, I'll take a fight in July.
Okay, okay. And how how quickly or not quickly, but how much do you want to move up the level of competition that you have? Do you want to get somebody with the record around yours, somebody that may has been a gatekeeper type fighter?
Yeah, we've been looking at some opponents. So I ain't gonna say no names, but we've been looking at some dudes that got similar records to me. What I'm saying? That's undefeated or got like probably one loss or something like that
Yeah.
that I've been seeing. And it's like I feel they real beatable. I mean, there ain't nothing special to me. I mean, this in the air, so after this fight, we'll see who want to fight next.
Okay.
For sure.
And now, obviously, as you said, you see guys with records similar to yours. You see fighters with come from your same area. Do you go out to the shows in LA that they have, like the one they had at USC recently with the Cobbs and Rocha? Do you go to those type of fights just to maybe possibly scope out an opponent for a future?
I didn't go to that one, but I have been to a few fights and seen them fight. And honestly, some of them don't really be all that. They be cool, you know what I'm saying? It be cool, but they don't be all that to me. You know what I'm saying? Styles make fights, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So when I see somebody that just stand there and just try to bang the whole time, or when you just one dimensional and you don't really got too many tools, it's like you beatable.
okay, okay.
Like you
So
just doing the same shit over and over and over. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, and
So I
exactly.
don't really.
You study them and you're like, all right, I got this. You already. So then, in that case, it means if you see them fight, you already start thinking in your head the ways that you could beat them, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what I do. Especially like with I'm not gonna say all of this generation, but a lot of the fighters I see that's around like younger than me or my age, a lot of the fighters that I see, like when I'm going to these fights, they don't even throw a jab.
Yeah,
Like they don't even they just like and it's just you know what I'm saying? There's not even no jabs like that. So just having a good jab, you know what I'm saying, and snapping the jab and you know what I'm saying? That just
yeah,
that type, I look at that type of stuff. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? If you can't jab me, it's like I'm gonna eat you.
yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying? You depending on your power. That's all
yeah,
you depending on.
and the jab also is that rangefinder. You know exactly. You put that jab out. You know exactly where you got to bring that right hand from. You know exactly. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if you hit somebody with a jab and their head snaps back or they grimace, you already know. Okay, he might not be able to take a good power shot. So I set him up round or two and catch
Mm-hmm.
him. And then the jab just sets everything up, man. I mean, fights over this past weekend. You look at certain fighters and you're like, okay, that jab's out there. And honestly, the best fighters that are pound for pound have a good jab right now. But as you said, some of these other guys that maybe get beat and people are surprised, it's like, well, they didn't have something to keep the other guy off of them. It's kind of hard
Uh-huh.
to do that. Now, are you also, because a lot of people will say, I'm a boxer, that's my job, but are you also personally a fan of the sport?
Like a fan of boxing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually tried to box in high school.
Okay.
Like in the ninth grade. It didn't last though. It didn't last for like 2 months. Just because the street life, being out there, and like in high school, it's
Yeah.
a lot going on. So it didn't really last for me. But I always liked boxing though. But I never stepped foot into no boxing gym until I was grown.
Okay. Now, so you would watch boxing and things like that, right?
Yeah, we'll watch boxing. Like we had little fight parties and all that. Like my pops have a fight party and my people's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When the fights come on, y'all watching the fight. Let's watch the fight when the big fights come on.
Yeah.
But as far as like watching little shows, I never watched little shows like that. I just watched the big fights when the big fights came on.
Okay. So, speaking of that now, is there any fighter that you ever watched growing up? We'll go with growing up first, or before you started fighting for real. That now that you box, that you would have loved to, share besides Mosley, sparring or an actual fight with.
I used to watch this crazy Sugar Ray Leonard. Like I
Okay.
was seeing a lot of his old stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy. I went to his house. I don't even know how it happened. It was a lot. It was during that time of my life. Like it was a lot going on. I was fighting amateur, and I had stopped fighting amateur. Um, so I didn't fight for like 2.5 years, and that was like from 2013 to 2015. I fought amateur, and I couldn't fight no more for a minute due to an injury, and I ended up going to Sugar Ray Leonard house. And that was just a boxer that
Yeah.
always came up. You know what I'm saying? We talk about boxing like he a Sugar Ray Leonard fast, like he a
Yeah.
better, it makes you. And I ended up going to his house and meeting him, and he signed a picture for me, signed the gloves for me, and we just had a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And he just told me like, man, if this is what you want to do, if this show, you know what I'm saying, one of your dreams, like don't give up, like keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like it was bad. Like when I went to his house, I ain't got no filter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about I ain't had no toothbrush to brush my teeth. Like it was bad. I ain't even have on no drawers. You know what I'm saying? I had on
Yeah.
sweats and the hoodie. And it was just like in a moment, like somebody like, hey, well, are we going here? And I'm just like, man, I can't go to this do a house like this. You know what I'm saying? Look at
Yeah.
me. I ain't, you feel me? Like, man, come on, you good. It was just a bad time of my life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I went, though, and got that experience with him and shared that with him.
Yeah. I mean, Sugar Ray Leonard, that's one of the best fighters, period, ever. So
Mm-hmm.
you get that talk, and I'm guessing it probably helps spin it back around to motivate you to get back in the ring.
Oh, yeah, it was a whole lot of motivation just being in his house. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That big house. It was just like, then I got to come back to the slums. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, damn, I'm going to live like that. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Exactly.
Got a whole tennis court, gym, a movie theater, you know what I'm saying? All that in this house. It was just like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
This I'm already knee deep. I might as well just finish while you know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing
Yeah.
else to turn to. So it was like I'm gonna just keep on boxing.
Yeah. And hey, I mean, if you could keep going and you got someone like that talking to you about it, there's nothing you can't accomplish, right?
Say it again.
No, I said if you got someone like that telling you things, and you see it firsthand, there's nothing you can't accomplish in boxing.
Oh yeah, nah. I don't really see telling you, bro, like just from me fighting amateur and being around the people I was around and seeing the things they accomplished, and I'm just like, if they could accomplish this shit, like why can't I do it?
Yeah.
I could do it. If they could do it, I know I could do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got personality. You know what I'm saying? I'm marketable. I can't fight. And like I can't fight. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
like a multi. Just I could talk to people. I could talk to anybody. I could be around anybody. My appearance. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I could make it and be on that top tier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I mean,
A lot of people.
you
Some
got
people might
time.
could fight good. Like it's a business, bro. Some people can
Yeah.
fight good, but some people have no personality. You know what I'm saying? Some people might have all the personality, but can't fight, or it's just something. I mean, nobody's perfect, but when it
Yeah.
comes to entertainment and business, it's like it got to be some. You got to have some people want to see. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Otherwise, you're going to be
So
one
I
of
feel
those
like I
champions
feel like
that'll
I'm
be
one of
there.
them.
Yeah, and that's what sells the tickets at the end of the day. If it's that you have fans that want to see you, or if you have people that want to see you lose, they're buying a ticket to see you. Period. So it don't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It don't.
yeah. So I mean, I always used to tell people when they would say, "Oh, I don't like Mayweather. I don't like this guy." I'm like, "Hey, he don't care. At the end of the day, he's cashing his check. He's winning his fights, and he keeps doing the same thing. You guys are still paying to see him win or lose."
Yeah.
So now you mentioned, you're out there in LA. The life though, the living in LA in that type of scene with boxing that's so prevalent. How is it like, interacting in your gym with certain fighters? Have you ever had a moment where you sat there and you're just like, damn, I'm really maybe on the doorstep of getting to that next level?
I honestly think about it all the time. Lately, like I said, I'd have been around some people like Charles Martin that won that the heavyweight
Yeah,
that won that title and lost to Anthony Joshua. Like I watched my trainer Jamal Abdullah groom him to get there. You know what I'm saying? So when I had my I wasn't even fighting amateur. I was just training, and I think that they was on about their third pro fights. You know what I'm saying? So then I start when I was fighting amateur, they was coming up in the pros. So now when I look back and I'm looking at my situation now, I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm how they was and the amateur fighters in the gym look at me how I was looking at them.
yeah. Okay,
It's
so
just all the same thing, like just the people bringing the meal preps and it's just reaching them new levels. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Getting to the top level, like the things you gotta do to get to that top level. I'm just seeing it happen all over again. That's how I know I'm gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Just a matter of time.
yeah,
So I
and
just can't put a date on it.
yeah, and then you just keep doing what you're doing. If you're able to get in position to get that regional bout this year, let's say your 16th fight, maybe the one before the end of the year, you get that, then you jump into that top 20 ranking. that's when everybody starts noticing and they know, hey, you know what, avoid this guy, but someone got to fight you to move up, or you're gonna put the back down. So, yeah, I mean, it's nothing there. I mean, you're on your way to go it. I've talked to Anthony about you already, and he let me know about you. So I see it, and like I said, I watched your last fight. That was real smart, because I think you guys got it posted up on Instagram and YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's on Marv Nation. On
Yeah,
Marv Nation, you can look it up. Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I was watching, and I was like, okay. I was like, yeah. It was like I see it, and you were just real smooth. Like you weren't overdoing it. You were doing everything just right. So, I mean, you got to keep coming,
Mm-hmm.
especially for your first fight back. You weren't showing any signs of rust like that. To like some people will show it, you can tell their timing's off. You didn't show it like that, so you did real good.
Yeah, like he tried to throw me off in the beginning, like rushing me, and it was like,
Yeah,
"What the fuck are you doing?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't phasing me, bro. Like just relax. I can't tell you relax, but in my head I'm just like relax. I'm
yeah,
not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a. I don't think I'm a fast starter. I can. It depends. I think it depends on who's in front of me. Like
yeah,
if you if you turning it up like that, I could start pretty fast, but if you're not giving me too much to look at, I'm gonna fill you out and then block, jab you, block you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a super fast starter. I like to see openness and see what I could do, or you know what I'm saying, see what you react off first.
okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Now
saying?
you have you said you trained with Charles Martin, old trainer, right? Because he doesn't train there anymore, correct?
Yeah, nah.
Okay, so what's the name of the gym that you train at, so everybody can hear as well?
Yeah, I'm in Sweet Science Boxing Gym in Hawthorne.
Hawthorne. Okay, see. So anybody wants to go check you out before you fight, that could go out there and see that as well. Now, how long have you been
Yeah.
training there? From day one when you started boxing, amateur and professional?
No, we've been at Sweet Science for probably about like a year and some change since the pandemic was
Oh,
going
okay.
on, like a little bit after the pandemic.
Now, is that why you had to take time out of the ring? Was because of the pandemic?
As far as the pros, yeah,
Yeah,
that's when it like start. That's when they start getting rocking. It was just like, you know what, we're just gonna chill and wait, and because it just been us, you know what I'm saying. So
yeah,
it's like we're just gonna wait and see what happened after this whole little pandemic thing. You know what I'm saying? Go away, and then we'll pick it back up.
yeah,
But I've been training though. I have not just been out the gym just doing
yeah,
nothing. I can't. I feel weird if I don't work out.
yeah. And
Like
that's
I had built the gym in my backyard during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Because all the gyms was closing, so I
yeah,
got two punching bags, hung the bags up. I couldn't. And when you go to all the stores, everything was run out. So
yeah,
I even went and got some cinder blocks for weights. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And just did it up over here.
Yeah, and like you said, you're still coming up. So especially with the fighter that's on the come up, during that time it had to be harder, to keep active like that, especially with the smarter promotions and things like that. Because a lot of, I mean, as you've seen, we all seen even the big promoters had to put things on hold for about 4 or 5 months when that pandemic first started.
Yeah, it was bad. It was
Yeah,
bad. It was
yeah,
terrible.
I,
Gyms wanted you to wear a mask, and
yeah.
it was just a lot.
It was. Yeah, I remember the first event that they said you could go out to. I was just like, man, I got to do this, and this. Nah, I'm cool. I'll wait until the next one or something. It's just hard to try to do some of the things that they wanted you to do at the beginning. Now it's a lot more easier, but
Hmm.
at first it was like you gotta keep your mask on 24/7. I'm like, dude, I gotta breathe or get something to drink when I'm here. Like I can't keep it on like that.
Vaccination cards and all that. Like,
Yeah,
and I don't let doctors shoot me. So I'm like, if I ain't getting no flu shot, what make you think I'm gonna get a COVID-19 shot? Like,
oh yeah. See, I got mine, but yeah, I've never gotten a flu shot. Or I got it twice. I got sick twice, so I was like, I'll never do that again. So I've never gotten a
yeah,
flu
no,
shot
I'm
since then.
not. I just don't mess with it. I don't like putting stuff in my body.
Like the needles. Yeah, no, I know how that is. Like that, those type of
Yeah,
needles. I'll tell everybody.
I don't like putting it in my body.
Yeah,
I ain't got shot by a doctor since I was like what 17.
and that makes sense because a lot of you always find out years later. You hear, "Hey, if you got this or if you took this, go get yourself." It's like, oh,
Yeah,
come on now. So, no, yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's why I told a lot of people when they would say, "Oh, you don't get mad at people that aren't vaccinated." I'm like, nah, man. Like I understand where they're coming from. Like if it
yeah.
was,
Everybody different. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
It's like I don't got nothing against it, and I understand it because I've never gotten a flu shot since I was 19, and that was because I got sick from it. So I was like, I'll never do it again. So it's just
Yeah.
everybody responds different, and that's how it goes. But yeah, now everything seems to be going back to normal. I mean, you got your second fight coming in, and quickly, how did you get hooked up with Anthony Saldana with Stacks?
Uh, through Marco, the owner of Sweet Science.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He even told me, Stacks told me too. He was like, he been knowing Marco for like 12 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And he ain't never, Marco never spoke highly. I mean, he spoke about boxers that trained with him, but you know what I'm saying? He's speaking highly of you, and he wanted, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't never did this with no fighter.
Yeah.
So it must be something about you that's different there. You know what I'm saying? He feel like you can get there, so let's work.
Yeah. Now, at any point in your career, because a lot of fighters I've asked, when you go from amateurs to pros, obviously the speed is different, the type of fighters you're facing are different. Was there ever a moment where the fight game slowed down to where you already knew what was coming at you before it came? Like punch
Like as
wise?
far as what?
Like punch wise. Like,
Like when you in a fight?
yeah, because like you've heard football players that go from college to the pro say it was like the eighth game before the speed slowed down for me and I was able to like really have my head in the game. And a lot of them are just running off of natural instinct. So in boxing, you get into the ring, amateurs, you might be fighting some guy who's just trying to get points. But in the
Uh-huh.
pros, it's not like that. You're not going to win because you tap somebody 10 times. You have to land something of consequence in that fight. So is there a point
Yeah.
where you fought in the pros, like maybe your third or fourth fight, where it slowed down to where you knew, all right, this is what I'm doing. I know where he's going to throw.
Oh yeah. Most of the fights honestly be like that. Like I said, I watch. Like I look a lot. Like I watch the when I'm fighting somebody, I don't look at them in their face. Like I don't look at their feet. I look at them dead in the middle. I'm never looking in their eyes. Like I look at them dead in the middle of their body. So when I'm fighting, I'm just peeping everything. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it is like, okay, I know he gonna do this. When
Mm-hmm.
he get to moving that hand and doing this, he about to try to throw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know what he gonna do. So it's like, all right. So then I just start catching. I just catch it. I let him get it off. Like throw it, and get to catching it, and catch it. And then when I know he gonna throw it again, that's when it's like, all right, I know you're gonna throw it again. And I I throw it, but I'll hook you or something. You know what I'm saying? Then
Yeah.
I know you're gonna try to come with something else. So I just stand there and look at you. And then I know you're gonna do it again. So then I'm not gonna come up and do the same punch. And I'm like, and come to the bottom. And then I'm catching you off guard. So now you like, oh, hold on. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
So you got the ring
Yeah,
IQ
I see
down.
that though.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said so. You got the ring IQ down.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so I've heard that from top of the level fighters where they'll tell you they look at the shoulders, elbow movement, some twitch or something. So that's what you're saying you spot in during a fight, right?
Yeah, I just look at in the middle. I'm looking like right here. I don't look like I look right here because I could see everything. Like I could just see all your you know what I'm saying, your
Yeah,
body movements. I could see your feet. I could see your you know what I'm saying, your legs how they moving. I could see your arms. I could see your head, and I could just see your body. You about to come forward, come back. Like I could see everything you're doing.
exactly. So which fight do you think that you really were able to catch that on, like where you noticed it just came like second nature to you?
I would say that probably was my that was like my third or fourth. I think it was my fourth fight. I think it was my fourth fight. Yeah, because dude just kept throwing some overhands. He'd do the overhand, and then he'd come with an uppercut. Or then he'd come with an uppercut and the overhand. And it was just like, okay, all right. Then he'd throw a bullshit jab here, and it's
Yeah,
like, all right, I see you, I see you. And then I just start putting it together. Bam, in between everything. Bam, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was my fourth fight.
yeah, and that's what I was trying to say. Like, at what point, like in your career, what fight did you notice that you caught that second nature? Now it's just a natural thing that comes to you. So that's why I was saying it that way. Because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
yeah, because it's different. Like everybody that I've talked to that's been amateur to go to pro, they're like an amateur. It's someone that might just go out there and jab you 140 times because they know it's going to accumulate points. Where in pro, you could jab somebody 20 times, But if they catch you with the hard right hand, that hard right hand is going to count more than that one jab. So
Yep.
that's why, and they'll tell me, man, it took this fight, and I'm like, okay, I see what they're doing now. And that's why when you're saying you're looking at the abdomen, the movement of the body, it they'll tell me it took them these many fights or something. So now
Yeah.
you said you tried to box when you were in high school. Was there any other sports that you try to do? Maybe not even just high school, just from elementary, middle school, anything like that.
You're like sixth grade. My dad put me in basketball. Like when I was that was like fifth grade and sixth grade. I played basketball. And I ended up getting hit by a car,
Oh,
and I cracked my pelvis and fractured my elbow. And after that, it was over with for basketball.
yeah. I mean that'll do it. Now, do you think though, because obviously you playing basketball, you have to have athleticism. Do you think that was able to help you translate over to boxing as well?
Nah, honestly, honestly, I'm a fighter, bro. Like I fight.
You
Like
just always
before I
wanted to
was
be a
doing
fighter.
boxing, like
Yeah,
yeah, just in the streets. Like I had a nice little squabble. So
yeah.
everybody's always telling me like, man, you can fight. Why you don't box? You feel me? But I'm like, I never really
Never
knew
thought
about no
about it.
boxing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, I
No.
always could fight. Like so, even going into the gym, like Henry Tillman told me, he was like, "Oh, you a natural. You could." He seen it.
Yeah.
The first week I was there, he was like, "Oh, you could fight. Like you fight." And I'm just like, "Yeah, I could fight." You know what I'm saying? I just needed some technique, and you know what I'm saying, some because I couldn't do all the feet movements and
Yeah.
all that. I just knew how to basic fight, like throw some punches and duck here and there. But like now it's crazy because I thought I was doing something when I first started. I thought I could, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I look at old videos and I look at myself now, and it's like, damn, I came a long way.
You just look
Real.
back, you're like, damn, I wasn't that good as like how I thought I was, huh?
I thought I was great. Like I thought I was like great, and it was like looking at them videos. I just was throwing fast punches just to throw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't believe in shadow boxing. How you don't fight?
Yeah.
Like I don't do all that fast and
Yeah.
all that. So like I believe in I shadow box how I fight. Like I don't do what I'm not gonna do when I'm fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You get a repetition going, and then again, it's second nature once you get in the ring. If you throw that jab 100 times or 1,000 times in the mirror, you go in the ring. It's second nature. Your arm already knows what to do. You're not gonna throw a
Mm-hmm.
thousand of these little quick punches in a fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
So you said it was your you were in there a week when they told you that, right? Did you have
Yeah.
any sparring in the beginning where maybe as you said, you thought you were great, but did you have a sparring moment where you got caught with something where you're like, okay, these dudes do this for real, for real?
Uh, in the beginning, no. Uh, like I would say probably it was about 6 months in. I was sparring like some cool dudes. Like I even sparred this pro dude named Devo, and I used to give him a headache. You
Yeah,
feel me? And that's when like certain dudes is just like, oh, he can fight. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But then I think I had one amateur fight at this time. Yeah, I had one amateur fight at this time, and I sparred some dude named Brandon. I don't know whatever happened to him, but I sparred him, and he was I was holding my own, but he was busting me up,
yeah,
and I was still kind of like I'm in boxing, but I was still like, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
like and out, and I turned it up on some street shit. Like I start tripping. I take my gloves off, like fuck you. I was tripping. Like I went
yeah,
up, but then Joe Hanks, another heavyweight, he talked to me like, man, you can't be doing that, man. Like this boxing, bro, it's gonna happen. That was the first time I ever got like the bloody nose, busted mouth, like.
oh, okay.
So I'm like, all right, for sure.
So,
And then I sparred that same dude the next year after that, and it wasn't the same outcome. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? He was just like, whatever you've been doing, keep doing it.
yeah,
I'm like, for sure. That's when I knew I started progressing.
yeah. But you got that welcome to boxing moment at that point. That's pretty much what
Say it
happened.
again.
Said you had that one welcome to boxing moment for real at that point,
Oh
right?
yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna tell you everything that happened, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But it was bad though, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I was really tripping up in there. Like they had to pick me up, like
yeah.
multiple, like, man, what you doing? Get up over here. And I'm just like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I
going crazy.
I had a world champion when I asked him that same question about when was the moment that happened, and he goes, "Man, He goes, I never told nobody this. He's like, but I'm gonna tell you because you ain't got a camera on you. And he told me he got dropped in his. It was like his third fight, but he was sparring some dude that was 18, 10, and 1. But they were sparring because he needed work. And he said, I had never been dropped in my life. He goes, and we had headgear. He's like, but this dude hit hard as fuck. He's like, he caught me with the punch. He goes, I hit down. And it was one of those ones where you hit and then you still scoot like 3 times back. He's like, he hit me so hard. He goes, but yeah. He goes, but that was the first time I ever got rocked like that. He goes, and I was like, oh, okay. I need to chill out and slow down because he said that was the first moment he'd ever been in anything like that. And he goes, and it was sparring. So he said he was lucky. Like you said, you were 6 months in, it was sparring. Imagine if that first moment you had that would have been in the ring where you got busted up and you lose your cool. So that's what he said. He was like, shit, I didn't know what to do. He goes, I sat there and I looked at him and I was like, I'm gonna whoop your ass. He's like, but what if he hits me again? So that's a good thing about doing it in sparring. You got that moment there, you got talked to, and you cleared out, and now look where you're at.
Yeah.
So, now because of, again, you're in the welterweight division. Is there any fighter that fights now that you would love to just mix it up with one time?
Say that one more time.
Any fighter that's active now that you would love to fight one time, sometime down the road.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I can't say it's a lot of dudes out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Specifically, I can't hit on the head. I don't know. Shit, I'll take whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like that with me. You know what I'm saying? I'll fight whoever. Like whoever it's gonna be, that's who it's gonna be.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah, and that's what I always tell people. It's not a like saying like you got a beef with the person. Or is there a fighter you would just love to fight with just because you respect his skills or you respect seeing him in the ring? Maybe even just train with.
I mean, like I said, there's a lot of dudes out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, it's plenty of them, especially in our weight class. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the dudes that's at the tip top right now. By the time I get right there, right before them, I feel like a lot of them dudes gonna be kind of walking away from our division. Probably.
They might be, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They might still be there, but I honestly don't think that they're gonna be there. Yeah, because I feel like it's gonna be out with the old and in with the new.
Yeah, I think Spence is probably gonna move to 154 within the next year.
Mm-hmm. So, and then Crawford, I feel like Crawford probably gonna push and go to the next weight class too.
Yeah, he'll probably be there within the next year too. Maybe get a fight or two in left, and that's it.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I guess some good dudes like coming up, like Jaron Ennis. I'll be watching him. Like he nice.
Yeah,
he's sweet. I like his style. Like I'm saying, it's just dudes that's coming up. That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's real skillful. That's gonna take the thrones. That's coming up after. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm coming behind dudes like him. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, maybe a year and a half, 2 years from now, you're at that spot where you're getting those fights.
Mm-hmm.
So
before that, probably.
Yeah, there you go. You get those fights in this year, you probably have that. Now, just because I always like asking this to any fighter, I know you like, as you said, you like being in LA when you have your fights. But is there any place, maybe not even just in the U.S., in the world, that you would just love to have a fight in just to experience that moment?
New York.
New York? Okay. Madison Square Garden or Brooklyn?
Huh?
Madison Square Garden or Barclays?
Both of them. But Madison Square Garden, that'd be cool.
Oh, yeah, that's the Mecca right there. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love to fight in New York.
I've asked that to different guys, and I've gotten Japan, England. I got Africa a few times, which was pretty cool because it's just a thought. Like I immediately think of Muhammad Ali's fight when I think of Africa. So as soon as they say that, I'm like, damn, that'd be bad. So yeah, so New York though for you, that's cool because I've always wanted to go to a fight out there too, just to see it from that spot. I think of
I'm a real city boy, bro. Like I've been in LA all my life, and I ain't really start traveling until I start fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like even going to Oxnard to me was far. You know what I'm saying? Leaving from LA going to Oxnard, I'm just like, where are we going? They're like, we're going to Oxnard, and I'm like, man, this is far as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like an hour away, huh?
Yeah, it was like an hour and a half. It was a long ride for
Yeah,
me. Like I wasn't used to taking them long drives like
yeah,
that. You know, besides people going to Vegas or something.
yeah,
Like, you know, we take trips to Vegas and go see family and all that. But besides that, I ain't never really went nowhere.
yeah. So no, I completely understand it. I mean, I was like that the first time I went to. I think I went to an open sparring or open camp for someone in 2017. I had always been here around my hometown, and I had to go to Bell. So I'm like driving, and I'm like, damn, how much longer I gotta go, man? I was like, I've been already on the road for
Yeah.
like 3 hours. I'm like, come on now. There was like an hour left. I was like, oh fuck, man, come on, man.
It's crazy because that's how it was when I first went to that boxing gym to the Rock in Carson. That was the
Yeah.
first gym I started training at. And just coming from LA, driving to that gym, I'm telling her like, where are we driving to? Like, this is far as hell. And I didn't have no car, nothing at that time. So I used to ride a bike from LA, like the heart of LA in South
Oh
Central,
man,
ride a bike from LA to Carson every day to work out and ride the bike back.
that's a
Feel me?
double
5 days a
workout.
week. I did that. I
That's a
did that every
yeah,
day.
that's a double workout. But hey, that helps out with conditioning and all that. So that's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So real quick, man, before we let you go, thank you for coming on today. Appreciate you stepping through here today, and we're going to support you, give you all love and respect, and help promote your fight when it comes up on the 21st. But before we go, let everybody know where they could follow you on any social media platform, and just to go see you in the gym or anything.
Yeah, on my Instagram, that's the only social media I have is Instagram. So my Instagram account is King Mylik with the underscore, the boxer. You feel me? And the King Mylik, the Malik is spelled Mylik, of
Yeah.
course. And yeah, I'm in Sweet Science Boxing Gym. That's where I'm at
So anybody wants to
every
go see
day.
him train, go out there and watch. Go out to Marv Nation, May 21st to watch him fight in the ring. Where's it going to be at?
Or it's gonna be in Long Beach.
Long Beach, the May 21st.
Long Beach. I don't know
Uh,
exactly where yet, but it's gonna be in Long Beach for
okay.
sure.
So anybody in the LA area, anybody Southern California area, May 21st, Marv Nation in Long Beach, they'll be holding a card. Mylik will be part of that card. And tune in, watch him as many times as you can. Go to YouTube on Marv Nation, and you'll be able to see his most recent fight. Again, man, thank you, bro. We're going to support you, reach out to you. Shoot, we might head out there a few times this year. Maybe just catch you training and sparring and get some video down of you out there.
Yep, it's all love.
All right,
Just
man, for
tap
sure.
in.
No doubt. Thank you again. So everybody that tuned in, man, appreciate it.